この調子こいてんじゃねえカザじじい調子こかせてもらうぜ
背中の筋肉が
まるで鬼の顔のような。
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a new YouTube video. This is the 8th week after the surgery and the 3rd week I put away the cast, I believe. Since I cannot deadlift at the moment, or I technically can deadlift at the moment, but the weights that I will be able to move due to my knee not being able to handle that much stress will be very, very low. And so I'm trying to push exercises that will give me the high intensity I need to preserve and build even muscle, but also don't put too much strain on my knee. And hence we are pushing weighted pull-ups, and I actually in this week PR'd with a additional weight of 25 kilos. So right now I am weighing around 115 kilos. Definitely a huge PR. And what I wanted to do in this video is also talk about a couple of health metrics. I believe 2 videos ago I started the whole discussion with the health metrics and how they developed over the time after the surgery. Now in the past few weeks I could see a specific metric also stabilizing and staying low, and that is the breathing rate. So you might wonder, well, okay, what does this tell me? You have an average breathing rate of 12 breaths per minute during your recent sleep. What does that tell me? Well, basically the breathing rate determines how effectively the body is working in delivering the oxygen to all the vital organs and tissues. So generally speaking, normal rates would be between 12 and 20 breaths per minute. Having them in the lower range or at the lower end of the range, of the normal range, is definitely great, especially given that I am roughly 188 or 6'2" and weighing around 115 kilos. So I believe that's like 250 pounds, 255 pounds, something like that. The second metric that has also been going up, and going up in this sense is actually very, very positive, is my heart rate variability. Heart rate variability, basically speaking, is the measurement of variability in time between 2 heartbeats. Usually that is measured in milliseconds. So say you have a heart rate of 60 beats per minute. Your heart will not beat every single second. The takt might vary, and beats itself, or the distance between 2 beats, can vary even larger. The variation is controlled by the autonomic nervous system, the ANS. So the autonomic nervous system can be subdivided into 2 larger components, and this is the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. The parasympathetic nervous system is there to regulate rest and digest functions within the body. In other words, it is there to do all the functions of your body when you are relaxed. The sympathetic nervous system, contrary, is controlling the fight or flight responses in your body, such as tensioning your muscles or elevating certain hormones such as adrenaline, etc. So what does it have to do with the heart rate variability? If your nervous system is in more of a fight or flight mode, the variation between subsequent heartbeats tends to be lower. And if you are in a more relaxed state, say you are less stressed, etc., you will have a higher heart rate variability, meaning the variability in time between each heartbeat will be greater. And over the past few months, as you can see, whereas in February and March we had regular, actually in April too, had regular dips way below the 100 millisecond range. The past few weeks, especially since I put off the cast and could move and train a bit more freely, you can see even though I am still training hard, my heart rate variability has stabilized in a range above 120 milliseconds, which is excellent, given that higher HRV is usually connected to greater cardiovascular health and more resilience to stress in general. This can be because of many factors, but 2 videos ago I specifically tackled the topic of sleep, and within sleep, I have been, I want to say, on top of my sleep pattern in terms of regularity, quality and quantity, also going to sleep at the same time. And this is what I account for most in this positive progression, especially given that I have not been really able to do a lot of cardiovascular activity due to the fact that I was obviously walking on crutches for several weeks. Now, the third metric I want to talk about, and that is also linked to the heart, is the resting heart rate. The resting heart rate is, generally speaking, a predictor of overall health and aerobic fitness. So aerobic fitness should have been going down in my case during the injury phase, because I was not able to do high intensity cardio workouts. I was not able to move a lot with crutches. And what you can also see in my graph is that the resting heart rate was significantly higher during months such as February, March, January. There it was really high. And you might ask, why was it so much higher back then? And that is, I can probably guess that this would be a result or a symptom of overtraining and overreaching, because remember, February, March and January were the months where I did 2 comps within 2 months and also had very heavy training sessions, so I can expect that my body was in overreaching or overtraining phase, and therefore this can have an effect on your resting heart rate as well and elevate it. So these were 3 metrics I wanted to discuss, because in the background I honestly had only my pull day that was not so amazing, I would say, in terms of weights moved, but it was amazing in terms of muscles trained. I want to give a disclaimer, not all data here is perfectly accurate. Yeah, these are measurements from my Fitbit, which is a wearable device which will never be 100% accurate. However, if you always measure with the same device, you will see relative changes, and the relative changes are the changes that you can actually see from the graphs and that I want to point out, and you can see if there's a negative or a positive trend in your health metrics. That being said, guys, really enjoyed this video, and I wish you all the love, all the power. Have a good one.